So I'm going to show you in this tutorial how you add titles and transitions to your Adobe video. So when you have your clip in your timeline, to add a title, you need to click on the Add T over here. You want to make sure you're under classic titles here so that you don't have all the scrolling ones. To get the default text, in this case, you need to click and drag it down into your timeline. And here we want to put it on the same spot in the timeline because we want it to play before the video, not over top of it. I will show you how you do the overlay in a later bit of the video. So you will add a title that is relevant. So in this case, I'm just going to call it practice video, but you can call it something that is relevant to what you have made. When you have it typed in, you can center it with these align buttons, and you can change the styles and all this, and if you just click on it, it'll change it automatically. It may put it off center again, and if you want it in the center, you just come back and click again. When you are happy with it, you can move this over out of the way, and all of that boxes around it disappear. So if you hit play, you will see that the title screen comes on before the clip. Now, in order to add a text to be an overlay, you need to put it in a different spot on the timeline. So to add text, you go back to the Add T, default text again, click and drag it over top of wherever you want it to appear in the video. So if you want it at the beginning of where the video is coming up, you put it here, middle, somewhere in here, and so you would pick where you would like it to go. And when you're happy with where it is, it'll say Add Text. You would put whatever the type of angle it is or whatever type of camera thing you have done for yours. For this case, I'm just going to call it angle. You can also readjust the size and the font on that. If you get the mouse button over there, you can go over and click and drag to where you'd like it to go. Happy with there, click and it's done, it's there. So if you go back on the timeline and push play, the angle part should come up during the video as an overlay since it is on a different spot on the timeline. In this case, it's kind of off on mine, so I'd have to go back and edit that. So if you double click on it, you can go back and move it around so that it actually appears in the video. I have to move it over that way a bit. So if I hit play again, so these are all things you can do when you start editing your movie, that you can go in and make sure it actually sits in the right spot. In that case, that's where it is. Now if I need to add a transition, I'm just going to add another video to this so that you can see a transition going in. So click and drag your next clip in. Now to add a transition between the two, you go and click on the two blue triangles and it'll say Apply Transitions Between Clips. Click on that. There's all these different types that you can choose from. I'm just going to pick flip over, click and drag where you want the transition to take place. So here I'm going to put it between the two videos, and it'll ask you left clip, between clip, or right clip. So, and it also explains what that means. So it says start at cut, center at cut, end at cut. So I'm going to put it between clips because I want it to be between the two clips taking place. You can change how quickly it goes. 1 second is pretty fast. You can readjust how fast it goes and see if you like it. So if I put 5 seconds, hit done. Now I'm just going to go across here so you can see the transition and how it works. So if we hit play, that shows you how quickly it is in 5 seconds, turns around and goes to the next clip. And that is how you apply the transitions between your videos. And you can always go back to the transition and double click here. If you double click, if you're not happy with it, you can go faster. So if I thought that was too slow, I could go back, push play, and this will make it go a little bit quicker. So you can see how that works. So that is how you add titles and transitions to your Adobe video.